All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun today. The ultimate goal is to help every one of you get to the $1 million dream. Now, I know people talk about it every day, but you know the difference between me and them? I actually get the work done. So, you got to get a tablet and pen. You got to put it here. No pictures, no recording. But you know what, me? If I can do this, so can you. I was born in a taxi. I got to steal and beg from the age of 3 to 9 years old. But I got to my million and I got to my billion. So let's see how I did it too. Write down today's date, please. Now then write down in the year. We've got to focus on this. The goal is getting into the right direction, what needs to be done. Let's go do it. Kind of like my first mansion. Kind of fun. I had 6 of them. I had my yachts in the backyard, the big building, and the Lamborghini too. Once again, if I can do this, making millions, so can you. The ultimate goal is learning the secrets. That's right. Things that people don't tell you what to do. Now, I have a boot camp coming up September 24th, 25th, 26th. This boot camp, all right, I actually build you the $1 million. I bill you $1 million of cash credit. But again, then I give you 10 Zoom meetings, all the books, CDs, level 1, 2, 3, to the rest of the year, and all the specialty classes and nonprofit with a 501c3 exemption. Total turnkey for you. Ultimate goal today, if you're a procrastinator, please don't put anything off yesterday, today, till tomorrow too. Time, I don't control it, neither do you. But there's one thing about time that I know. I can't waste a second of the day. I have to cherish every second God gives me. All right, especially after the last time I died in 2009. All right, 12 years ago. So what do we get to do? Let's think about something. What if you had $1,000 or $5,000? What would we do? I'm going to show you how to take that 1,000 and turn it into the 15,000, $75,000 today. But it's like anything else. Let's teach you how to play a little bit, getting past go. How about basically the Lamborghini collection? How about the Duffy and the 6 mansions? How about when I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet? How about on top of that, guess what? The yachts parked in the backyard. Helicopter, the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. And don't forget about the 3 yachts and the Ferraris too. Please write down Ray's rules today, because that's what we're going to make sure you understand how to play. We're going to give you some secrets. Is that okay with you? Ultimate goal, what did I do July 4th, 2009? Took out the yacht. The group of people from the school and the church. There's me the next day. Can you imagine? Everything you've ever done, you fight for and help people. You bring millions and billions in, and then you take people on a yacht to watch the fireworks, and the next day you get to die. 541, July 5th, 2009. H1N1, pandemic number 9 kills me. Now we got number 19. I heard the doctor tell my wife I'm going to die. She screamed her head off. Someone tricked her to sign a POA that day. But you know what God gave me the choice to? Stay in peace or go back. So the only reason you get bad credit is the lack of knowledge. You got your tablet and pen? You're going to write some things down today again? Ultimate goal, we'll look at the federal law first. We always got to go back to basics. Federal Trade Commission says credit repairs are fraud. All right, you got to rebuild it, and you can't basically because it's not broken. Even the credit repair companies aren't allowed to collect money up front, but they break the rules every day. Today, I'd like you to Google the word Credit Services Act. You'll get a copy of that page I just showed you before. It'll refer to you also the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do? How about you and I build a relationship and the dream? How about I hold your hand every step of the way? And I make sure I hold your hand and do most of the work for you anyway. Because I'm going to give you the secrets you've been waiting for since day one anyway. So the ultimate goal, 90 days. That's usually what it takes to get someone in the right direction to the $1 million dream. That could be seminars, workshops, and boot camps. Ultimate goal, let me hold your hand. Now, I've been the consultant for basically rich and famous people for 4 decades. Having fun, even banks too. Ultimate goal is give you the steps you've been missing so far. Now, there's only 4 ways that I know how to get to $1 million status. Number 1, you can inherit the money or win the lottery. Maybe get a big raise. Or you can let me rebuild you. I think my way is a little faster. But we'll see what happens today. There's only 1,000 steps. You can't even mess it up anyway. So the bottom line is the rules and the tools. Let's give you the first 25 steps today. You ready to write it down? First of all, you always want to go to racecredit.com, clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. That's step number one. When I get the report numbers in the right-hand corner, I make your score go up, up, and away. Then I let you know what you need to do on your side, too. Ultimate goal, remember, you have one SSN. Can you pull that out of your personal wallet now, please? We were told to get a job, we needed an SSN. Okay, Social Security card. Then that actually equals to the 1040 tax return. And everybody use it and abuse it too, because you only get one of those. So when you pull it out today, look at it, read it front and back. It'll say do not laminate, step number 2. It'll say do not use for ID purposes, and on top of that it'll say on the back side, it's property of Social Administration, not you. Ultimate goal, 90 working days to make your score go up, up, and away. That'll be step number 3. Now, no case should go past 180 days unless we're waiting for you to do something on your side too. So remember, we want the score to go up, up, and away as soon as possible. Now, I took a picture of Credit Karma because it's free. Here's one that I got 157 points in 45 working days. Ultimate goal is simple. Years ago at Harold Stokes, Ken Yarbrough, and me, I came up with a concept called rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. Rapid refresh allows me to block stuff. In other words, if you have bad stuff, I can block it and rebuild your credit up, up, and away. Usually pop your credit right away, build you up some more too. Ultimate goal, there's several ways to rebuild your credit. I wrote a do-it-yourself book in CDs years ago. You can go to a workshop on Saturday, or you can allow us to do the work for you. One of the things I've always done when we rebuild your credit for you, I always add a rapid rescore. Now the office wants to sell it for $9.98. It's a good price. But the bottom line is I always give you half price on a webinar with me. On Saturdays, I have 8 classes live. All right, I want you to answer questions if you want. You need to ask questions too. And I broadcast up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday anyway. The ultimate goal is go to the class called Education Analyzation. No case past 180 days. Well, one of the things I've always done for the last 43 years is I always want to give you credit, cash credit back to you to reimburse yourself. You see, I always believe if you get credit back what you invest in yourself, 1 to times 10 times more for you, 10 times, all right, it takes away excuses. The other thing, you reimburse your money. You may have to borrow that too. You see, during the webinar, it's $4.99. You still get the $1,000 cards. That's twice as much money back to you. Ultimate goal, 750 score, you're guaranteed. All right, you're learning the secrets and the rules and tools, and guess what? It's a written money back guarantee. Ultimate goal, I got to tell you about the hackers. I'm sure you see it on TV and radio and all this thing. So, did you know all your credit bureaus got hacked this year and last year too? You know they're hacking personal credit cards left and right, and companies and blackmailing them too. Why don't you write down the word Zelle? Banks are now pushing Zelle. It's an instant transfer of money. There's no credit card to be hacked, and they can't hack that at all. So I'm always going to tell you to take a picture of this page. You see, this way you can get into our program. You can Zelle the $4.99 right away, and we're going to call you right away too. Now, I'm the recipient. That's Ray Reynolds. That's me. You can Google me too. I'm factually verifiable anyway. Ray at racecredit.com. Now, we also do bank transfer deposit. Take a picture, like I said. We bank at Chase or B of A. Now, today, I want you to call a phone number. Can you write it down, please? You see, you got all this junk mail, but you did it to yourself and half the robocalls too. So call 888, write it down, 567-8688. When it gives you the choice to opt out for 5 years, take that one, please. This is step number 4. The ultimate goal is today is to plan the problem. And this is the problem most people don't do. They don't plan the problem. If I talk to you personally, you're going to tell me your story. Someone knocked you down, got away, took it away from you too. Probably a friend or family member, by the way. Now, I need you to write down the word safety credit. Can you write those words down, please? These are 2 cards in my hand, $50,000 apiece. The problem is no one's telling you the rules and the tools. When I helped Ken Yarbrough years ago, set up TRW and Aspirian, sorry, from there too. Here's the truth. When you take any card past 29%, your score drops. Okay? So in other words, you get stuck, you can't get any more. I'd like you to put a sticky behind your card today. Put the limit, 25, 29%. You see, the moment you get stuck, you bring the pain home. And I don't want you to do that anymore. You should have never used the credit the way you do anyway. There's an alternative to that. So let's write down line of defense today. Could you imagine today your banks, B of A, Chase, Wells Fargo, cities, grocery stores, they're bankrupt locations. They write off on their taxes, and they're given a tax credit. When you messed up, did you get a tax credit to go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? Now the truth is very simple. No credit bureau or even Credit Karma can lie about this part. They've all been indicted because they lie anyway. It's okay. Anything from 0 to 29% is always in the green. 30 is in the yellow. Anything above that's in the red. It's just the truth. So let's know the science behind the credit system right now. Put the sticky behind the cards and write down never bring the pain home again. You brought the pain home because you didn't know Ray's secrets. We're going to teach you how to play. Step number 5 today. Ultimate goal, you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? Seems like everybody does the same silly thing. Run out of time, run out of money, and jack up their personal credit in 42 days. Never use your personal credit ever again the way you did. You're using it for safety from now on. Me, I like to repackage every one of you. House, car, bank account. Ultimate goal. That's what we're going to do starting today. I built credit for my cat to prove my point years ago. All right, cats have 9 lives as of today, so will you. That issue, Inc. magazine, how to finance your business and finance anything by using plastic, I'm all in that article too. Remember, corporate credit is a write-off, interest rate, line of credit. So that can finance that business. Division screws up, it can bankrupt that and write that off too, like the grocery store, the bank, and the city do every day, or rich and famous people. So here's a way you don't have to bring the pain home. You have everything to gain, everything to learn. All right, but it's up to you learning those secrets starting today. Let's pretend today you need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? Do I ask your friends, family, the bank? They're all going to say no anyway. But this card in my hand is $5,000. The average person wastes $50 every other day. But if I max out this card today, it's only $50 a month. So what the average person wastes on every other day, they could have maintained a safety credit card for $5,000. Case blanket the fan. Oh, guess what they say you do? You waste $140 a week? If that's true, that's $600 a month. We're going to use some common sense. If I max out one of these cards today, the payment is $612.26, and this is $50,000. What would I do? What would you do if I gave you $50,000 right now? I'm sorry, most of you'd piss it away because you don't know how to play. We're going to teach you to play. I would have got you 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-thru during a pandemic. Stop wasting money. Never bring the pain home again because you never had to. That's step number 6. So what do we get to do? Reach your goals. You see, you have spent thousands on crap that didn't work. You're going to invest yourself today. Guess what? You get stuck with me. And by the way, since it's Reynolds University, it's all the donation and a write-off anyway. So there you go. So when you believe in yourself like I believe in God and I believe in me, when I broke that record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just want to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. The bottom line is I don't listen to people say you can't do this or that too. I understand God gave us all a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Now we got to go back to you, and we got to go back to that Social Security card. You and I were told one thing as kids. We were told we needed an SSN to get a job. So we got that job. We got that, and we got our first paycheck coming in this big. We planned all the bills that week. All right, then all of a sudden the check was this big. So what the blank? I budgeted my bills. I can't do this. You see, you forgot one thing. They get their cut before you get the leftover. You see, we got to realize something. This is IRS public record for you. We get tax. We get a 1040 tax return. Then we get stuck in a probate too. Unless you want to be a duck today, you better pay attention. Quack, quack, quack. I'm going to teach you how to play. Now, the other thing is we got an SSN for another reason too. Why? Because we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out there and quit printing money 24/7, ultimate goal, write down Ray's rules again. But this time I want you to write down $100,000. After I rebuild every one of you, I want you to have $100,000 for personal credit, that's all. But I only want you to use 29%. Half of you are going to go, that's too much. Remember the last time you couldn't pay that car payment? Food on the table, the mortgage, the rent. Okay, you backed yourself in a corner and you're an adult, you're highly intelligent too. If you do what I tell you to do at 29%, That gives you $71,000 of safety credit in case blankets the fan, lost a job, or pandemic. See, the problem with all of you, you're using the wrong money and credit to go do anything you want to do in life, and you piss it away, and you screw it up, and you bring the pain home every day. Sorry, it's just true. Write down never bring the pain home again, please. This is ridiculous. I don't understand why you brought the pain home in the first place. We're going to start using the right money, raise rules. Step number 7 today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Now, you got a sad story, so what? I'm born in a taxi. She gave me a girl's name. She threw me in the trash can outside Gardena Hospital. Give me a break. All right, the next family dropped me off at the pier at the age of 3 to 9.5. I had to steal, beg, and eat out of a trash can. Then I got myself in a coma at 5.5 years old, told I'm never going to walk again. But that voice inside said, get up, and I got up. That was God. The last coma I had, 2009, there I am. All right, they pronounced me dead at 5:41. So you got a choice today, because I am verifiable. I'm going to show you every step of the way. There's one of the yachts, one of the race boats in the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. There's the address too. See, that picture, they said I was dead. They're asking my wife if I'm a donor. Luckily, I was given the choice to come back and help you. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Now, what are you going to do? What I got to do is come out with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks, put my score back to an 820, and then pop another $1 million card again, up to $1 million. See, please tell me how you're going to go get the $1 million dream. Please. You've tried everything you can, but no one's held your hand personally. And most of you bought, what, some books and CDs and went blah, blah, blah? I'm sorry, motivational speakers, all they do is go blah, blah, blah. They don't hold your hand every step of the way. I still think it's blah, blah, blah. So I'll give you a blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hold your hand and do the work for you, too. And today you can hear some secrets you've never heard before, too. Win the lottery. Inherit the damn money. Get a raise. Or let me rebuild you. I think my way's a little faster than yours. What do you think? So what do we get to do? Simple. Let's give you the rules and tools and the secrets today. Write down 5 closet divisions. Here's the biggest problem. You got one SSN. You brought the pain in because you don't know how to play the game and win. I've been a consultant for 40 years for rich and famous people. How do you think they learn how to play? Banks and grocery stores too. 5 closet divisions. A division is a legal person. One screws up, I get another one, another one, another one, another one. I don't bring the pain home like you. And as of today, you're going to stop doing that too. Fight through the pain, pull out a closet division. And let's learn how to play. Now, God's delays have never been God's denials. The ultimate goal is pretty simple. So let's pretend today you're going to pay attention. These are both turned on, right? So what are we going to do? What if I write you a check for $1 million right now? What are you going to do with that $1 million? See, most of you, sorry to say, you're going to piss it away. That's what most men do. They act like they're rich and they're broke the next day. So if you put that money in your personal bank account, in back of my mind, I'm going to say that's called stupid. Okay, I'm not going to say it to your face. You're going to keep $375, the rest of it goes in the tax, and you're going to pay tax on the interest you earn too. Now, if you would have paid attention at 18 years old, you would have put it all in the corporation. You can incorporate you. You can have a division of you too. Now, what does that do? Simple. It absorbs all the money. It pays no tax until it makes a profit. So that way you can have a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, more and more and more. And that's as far as the opportunity for the dream. But if you don't learn to play, you're not going to be winning that battle. I want you learning the rules and the secrets starting today. Step number 8. Ultimate goal. I got that boot camp coming up. This one's the 24th, 25th, 26th. This one comes with $1 million of credit built for you. Zoom meetings, book CDs, level 1, 2, and 3 rest of the year, specialty classes too, nonprofit with a 501c3 exemption. The form filled out for you. There's no excuse now, is there? But again, I don't want you to be a Mary. Mary's great. She worked for a Fortune 500 companies, making $100,000 plus a year. All right, got the house, got the Ivy League education too. Listened to her CPA and attorney. Wow, what did she do? She jacked up her personal credit $100,000. Now her score from an 810 is a 591. That kind of sucks. So I got to rebuild her, because if she would have listened and been the CFO for the corp and the division, she would have never had that credit show up on her personal credit report. Without the science and the rules and the tools, you're going to bring the pain home every day. But again, what are we going to say? Grocery stores and banks and Sam's Club? I mean, come on. Sam's Club shuts down 63 locations 2 years before pandemic, 1,910 in all 49 states. They, what? Shut down locations. They bankrupted, roughened their taxes, and got a tax credit. But what did you do? You brought the pain home and went, boo-hoo. Branch number, tax ID, subsidiary, write it down. What I created in 1986 is divisions and tax IDs. Once we get to the main, you have a subsidiary. That's all you got to do. Step number 9. So the bottom line is, when you heard bankruptcy for the cities, what did you do? I was at the court building the next day. I want to see how they played that game too. The United States of America Incorporated have 50 states. They're all corporation. They have cities corporation too. See, right in front of you, they're playing the line of defense, but you letting life pass you by. I'm sorry to say, you just basically need to learn to play the game. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy case, blank hit the fan too. But remember, you got a bad day, it doesn't bring your pain home. You get to learn to play. Apple filed bankruptcy in 97. They were done. But Mr. Bill Gates was indicted 4 times by our government for being so damn smart. But what did he do for Apple? He wrote a check for $150 million. And he saved their assets. Now they're worth trillions of dollars, and they pay no damn tax at all. See, you don't know how to play. That's your fault, not mine. But today we'll give you some secrets. How about your Social Security number? You got it to get the job. Oh, goody. How about an SS4? Let's write down the rules and tools. We only get one SSN. We get one chance to win. And we all get our assets kicked if you don't play my game, too. SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more. So I want you to understand an SS4. But I want you to Google the word bankruptcy today. Got the job. You got one chance. But an SS4, if you Google bankruptcy, I want you to come up this page here. SSN, SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Do you realize you brought the pain home and you never had to since day one? Because of lack of knowledge and not knowing race secrets, you hurt you and your family? That stops as of today, step number 10. Now here's our life. This is simple. IRS public record. We get an SSN to get a 1040, tax, till probate. That's what we get to do when we die. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 right in front of you says banking and credit purposes. So if you want to get to the $1 million dream, stop being a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Learn to play. Then you can learn the secrets from me. Bottom line is simple. You get one SSN. That makes us all a bunch of ducks. But an SS4 gives you the opportunity and a chance to try to win. And do it again and again and again. But again, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, hell, you might as well be dead. Ultimate goal, you got to be winning that battle. Let me play with you. Please tell me how you're going to go get it. Win the lottery? Inherit the money? Get a raise? Or let me rebuild you? I bet you I can do it faster for you. Teaching you race secrets. And doing the work for you too. Now here's what I heard. I was 7.5. Every Wednesday night, that family that used and abused me, they had what? A poker game. And the grown-ups going, blah, blah, blah. But they did say a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down, went to the library, and this is what I found. A piece of paper, no rules, no tools, no blueprint, no instruction manual. That's what I was looking for. A corporation's a legal person may sue or be sued. It's right in front of you. It's Chapter 18. It's not even legal advice. I had to go back to that library almost every day till I was 9.5 years old. I sent away my little money order, and I got to be the founder of Helping Hand Industries, went worldwide. Kind of fun, huh? But guess what? Now today, someone's going to ask you the question, if you get a corporation, are you a member of the Better Business Bureau? No, sir. Why would I basically pay a fraudulent company? They've been fraud since day one. They were started by Al Capone out of Las Vegas. But the reality is, if you would have Googled, BB got busted, you know the truth, versus asking me a stupid question. Ultimate goal. You should check out the company before you ask the question. You got 10 million companies will not pay their blackmail money, $615 for an A rating. From Wolfgang Puck, Mickey Mouse, or KBC too. Ultimate goal. Courts have said, get out of the cities, you're fraud. Then you're federally indicted in 2013. Then they changed their name to Business Alliance BS2. Now, I'm not making it up. That's 2020 in CNN. Check it out. You see, this world isn't easy. But I got to incorporate 2019 Rich and Famous People. I've been a consultant for 40 plus years to them too. Maybe today you'll pay attention, learn the secrets I taught them. That way you can learn them for yourself too. Like when I came up with a program for people coming out of prison. Got to rebuild them in 6 months too. Here's Freeway Ricky Ross. After 20 years, rebuild his credit in 6 months. All right, got a gold and a platinum card, paid over time up to $1 million. Would you like one or two? Thomas was in prison for 26 years. 6 months, and now he's got a dump truck business doing millions a year. But again, Gay paid attention. You got to beat your doubt, run your own race. You might have to get out of your way. Step number 11 today. Ultimate goal. I can show you millions and billions. Getting past go. God's gift, one of the mansions at the time. There's the race boat with my name on it. You got yours in your backyard too? How about the yachts? How about one of the helicopters? How about one of the buildings in the Lamborghini too? You got a choice. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. Cash flow free up your time. It's in that book too. Race Secrets. You know, it's really weird. I was at the Bond Adventure for 32 years every Wednesday night. Having fun helping people like you. Ultimate goal. You got all the rules and tools in the Millionaire Founders Kit. There's 1,000 steps and rules in the books and CDs. Office sells it for about 1,000. On the webinar, I give you half price at $4.99. But you'd have to Zelle right away and ship it today. If not, the office will sell it to you for $9.99. You see, it's like today. I'd like you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or a mailing address. Sorry, you wrote a check the other day, you gave your driver's license. Did your house get robbed the next day too? I think you ought to protect your ass and quit bringing the pain home using race rules. You might even want to look at the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. Ultimate goal, this is step number 12. See, the divisions when I created that in 86 was multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, separate pieces, and every division's a legal person. So I get cash credit, set up their own credit reports too. Corporation's a legal person, a division under that too. So this means if I get you a gold card up to $1 million, okay, would you like 9 sister cards too? Every division gets another one. See, if rich and famous people can do this every day, grocery stores and banks and cities, so could you. How about we put a piece of property in each one? How about a franchise? If one of them got screwed up, we get rid of the bad piece. We got 8 left to go. Gets up another one too. Your problem is you only got an SSN, and you didn't learn to play. That's why you brought the pain home to you. It's called buckets of money, tax balance, and become the bank. But again today, let's look at your car. I want to repackage everything that you do. When you bought your car, simple. You allowed that dealership to sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries. They gave you a piece of paper saying, I need you to fill it out. You filled it out, so you need to run your credit. You gave it back going, I'm a sheep. Raise rules from now, write it down. Anytime you fill out an application, you sign it. Next to it, you're going to write down this allows 1 inquiry. You're going to take a picture. You're going to knock off this right away. That's step number 13. Now, by the way, the car you drive under the corporation should be fleet price, tax ID, in a division. Why? It doesn't show up on personal credit reports, and it's a full tax write-off. When you try to write off your car in the corporation or business, good luck with that. You'll fight with your CPA because it's registered to you. By the way, if you got a repossession today, you know what happens? The IRS can give you a 1099-C too. You got to learn to play the right way. But the bottom line is you drive that car today to a grocery store or the bank, a little bumpity bump, that person's going to scream their head off. They got to put on a show because they want to get all the money they can out of you. Then they're going to say driver's license, insurance, registration. Driver's license, home address, that's up to you. The insurance you pay for your car you drive today is out of your paycheck, right? That's right. It's called taxable income. You get the leftover and you pay the insurance, but the corporation can pay for it in the first place. But no matter what I say or do today, you're still the registered owner. Quack, 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 quack. You're a damn dog, sorry to say. Don't you see the 44 lovely attorneys on TV going, I'm number one, I'm number one? The billboards too? Maybe you want to change the registered owner to a division. Now, at the end of the day, let's see if we can get them diddly squat when they try to sue you. Is that okay with you? I told you need to learn race secrets, step number 14. You want to buy a car at Fleet Price Tax ID Division? Simple. I teach that in the goal setting class every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you get to learn the secrets how to get that car too. Ultimate goal, what did I do to get my 18th house? I had 17. When I tried to get 18 when I was 19, they kept saying, no, loan to value problem. Well, the bottom line is, I transferred them to the divisions. Not only did I free up my credit report, I separated liability too. Your paycheck, by the way, should be a break even. Corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. So if you want to be like Amazon on the first 10 billion or a trillion, pay no damn tax, you could do that too. But currently you pay more tax than they do. Congratulations again. See, you didn't learn to play. Don't say loophole. That does not exist at all. They're doing what they're allowed to. So let's think today. They pay tax on gallon of gas and property tax too. But they got spaceships, 3 of them. Wow, let's go to the moon and write that off too. When they have too much damn money, what are they going to do? They got their own spaceships. Isn't that fun? So beat me up, Scotty. Oh, I love it. So, you know what? They're doing what they're allowed to do. The Internal Revenue Service Incorporated rules are simple. Corporations don't pay tax so they make a profit. Now, you can complain or you can join the club and start winning the battle too, using race secrets starting today. But let's look at Carl here. You can look him up online. It's fun. The guy's got $1.2 billion in Bank of America. What does he use? Remember, borrowed money's not taxable. We don't create it on us. We create it through the corporation because that's how we invest in more businesses too. We get to play. Can you imagine today if you have $1,000 or $5,000, you can reference it times 3, or 8 times 5 becomes 15,000. Now understand, 1,000, if you did it my way, it's called leveraging money, which I've been teaching for 43 years, is 15,000 of borrowed money. And then you use that to invest and bring back borrowed money. It's not taxable. 5,000 becomes 75,000. So when we want to set up the account to the corporation, the CD, and the line of credit, we create 3 reference points. And what do we go get? 15 to 75,000 of borrowed money. It could be $1 million, which would be 15 million too. Your problem is you don't know how to play. So let's take a credit card from the corporation. There's no interest for 18 months. But if there is, we get to write it off anyway. Let's take 50,000 off the card. The payment is $612.26. We loan 5 people 10,000 apiece. We put a second on their house. We file a homestead blocker and UCC1 chattel mortgage too. And if you're an expert in real estate, I'll explain that to you. I only had $841 million before my coma. I was going to hit $1 billion that year, but I got to die instead and come back and help you. Now, if the money as it comes in is $3,000 a month, minus the payment, I just created cash flow, free up my time, which I put in my book 43 years ago to show that step-by-step too, of $24.49 per month. Would you like 5,000, 10,000? In 7 weeks or less, you can create a bigger paycheck or replace your paycheck. Nothing's in your way as long as you learn the rules, secrets from me today. But again, that's up to you too. Now, Mr. Buffett and his father, what do? Simple. They use borrowed money to buy every business because it's not taxable and they transfer stock back and forth too. Isn't that fun? 100 plus companies in their favorite 10. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridgeford, Fruit of the Loom. When I brought in that $2.6 billion at 26 under corporate structure, I did this, leveraging the money and having fun too. Would you like to learn? Let me know. But again, you'd have to pay attention and learn all the secrets too. Ultimate goal, what do I do on Saturday? I start at 7 in the morning Pacific Standard Time all through the day for 4 o'clock. You might want to play with me for at least 90 days or a lifetime too. Ultimate goal, we got to teach you the rules and the tools. Now, if all you want from me is a 750 score, okay, I'll block all your junk, I'll pop you some credit, and I'll build up your credit back on and put it to a 750 guaranteed. Probably get you an 820, by the way. Now, the do-it-yourself, you got that, you got a class, or you got let us do it for you too. You might want to do all of that so you learn how to play the game here. Office is $9.98. I give you half price on a webinar. Class on Saturday, another one is called what? Education Analyzation. Average case is 90 days, never past 180 days unless I'm waiting for you to do something on your part too. Remember, I'm always going to give you $1,000 cash credit back to you, all right? And I give you half price on the webinar, twice as money back to you to take away your excuses. Okay, 750 credit score. Ultimate goal, step number 15. And all you got to do is pay attention while I do the work for you too. Take a picture of the page. It's Zelle, Zelle, Zelle. Bank transfer deposit. That's all you got to do. Now, on Wednesday and Saturday every week, all right, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do a setup class for corporation. Yeah, I'm going to do the work for you, but I need you to name it and pick what type you want and what venue you want to. Then I'm going to put you in level 1 and show you how to do your division step by step and how to buy wholesale price to save up to 70%, by the way. So here's the way it works. Wednesday or Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to either one or both for 30 days. You get to learn and play with me some more too. But again, you're going to learn some of the secrets too. Ultimate goal, you got a corporate, I'll build that one. If not, I'll put you in the starter package because you got to start somewhere, right? Got to make you a qualified CFO. I got to make sure I rebuild your credit, rapid score, articles, also tax ID, and set up in level 1 for 30 days. Now let's understand. The national average for a corporation right now is about $1,600, almost $1,700. You know, it's like Mark who spent $3,700 or Brian spent $2,200. They go, what do we do next, Ray? Do you realize that 9 out of 10 people every day that set up a corporation do nothing? They sit there going, beep, 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 beep. That's it. You see, you got to learn to play. But the bottom line is I told them to get their damn money back. Why? Articles are free. You just pay a little filing fee. Until you get a blueprint and you know how to play the game, it's worthless anyway. So what happens is you won't get stuck with me. All right? The bottom line, I'm going to give you $10,000 of cash credit. Is that okay? The office is going to sell it to you for about $2,000. I like to give you half price and give you 10 times your money back again. So $9.99, you get all the goodies and you get $10,000 in credit back to you too. Now if you say you want $25,000, I got to put you in the millionaire's making because you get $25,000 of cash credit. And then the office sells it for about $5,000. I cut it in half again, $2,499 to you. So $25,000 of credit back to you is 10 times back to you too. See, like I said, use Zelle, use bank transfer deposit. I don't have excuses. And as of today, you've got no excuses too. The bottom line is you should run a corporation, your life through that, or in conjunction. But that's step number 16. See, the bottom line today is going to be up to you. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Debt offsets taxes on a corporation. You today, you get a paycheck. Oh, goody for you. You get the leftover after it's taxed. Then you pay the car payment, the gas registration, insurance. You could be saying no right away. All right, you could be driving a company car like I do. Here's the keys of the LP640 there. When I got a bad day, I just get in the car and turn it up, turn it on. Boom, boom. For some reason, in half a second, that bad day is outside the window. You could be driving a company car too if you want to. But you got to learn how to play. Step number 17 today. Now, I want you to get your own SS4. Is that okay? I want you to realize I'm factually verifiable too. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 right in front of you says banking and credit purposes. Now remember, this is IRS public record right for you. All right, you're going to learn step number 18. You're going to go to irs.gov and download an SS4 form. That's if you want to get to the $1 million dream. If you want to stay being a duck, then be a quack, 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 quack. Now, I love the United States of America. You see, every game I've ever played in my life, everything I had to do, I read 10 or 15 books at a time. I got total recall on most things. I write with both hands, talk at the same time, too. I get to have fun. By the way, the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states right in front of you, and you're not even paying attention. You let a line pass you by. And you know what they did? The states set up the cities. By the way, those are corporations, too. See, they got their line of defense. Well, what about you? You brought the pain, I won't, boo-hoo. That stops as of today. Is that okay with you? You say they even invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy case blank hit the fan too. They planned the problem, but not you. You are we the people, by the way. So the bottom line is when Nixon took the gold standard out, we basically become what? More, and they have to borrow more money off of us under the SSN. You know what? A hospital is federally mandated right away that a woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less must sign an SSN form for the baby. By the way, the baby's going to get a job and go walk out of that hospital. They got to bond the baby. They got to print some more damn money. See, the baby can't go in the car seat. The stroller can't go home unless mama signs the SSN form. I told you need to learn the rules and tools. It's like, credit online. You get these websites saying you don't have to guarantee. What a bunch of blah, blah, blah. To get cash credit cards, cash lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too, you got to be a qualified CFO. That's just the truth, and I'm going to rebuild every one of you. Now, if you look at the trade line stuff, please look at the Fair Lending Act. I don't want to visit you in prison, by the way. So let's remember, corporate credit, it's a write-off interest rate credit card line of credit. Finance the business, nothing to lose, everything to gain. If a division screws up, we get to write it off too, just like the banks and the grocery stores get to do. See, you got to learn to be that great CFO I'm going to make you be. Winning that battle starting today. There's a lot of secrets you need to learn how to play. Ultimate goal, we're going to talk about your house now, because I want to know if you use Ray's rules. Escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. Oh, you didn't do that? So when they sue you, they take it away. When you die, go to the other side that's better than this. What happens is your family got stuck in probate called diddly squat. Why would you ever put it into a trust? Oh, well. I'm trying to see if I can get you to listen today. You see, when you fix up a property, you're going to hire a contractor. They hire the subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. They're good workers. But what happens when they slip, fall, and cut corners and they sue you and take everything you got? What could you have done before planning the problem? Simple. Why don't you get properties and just think about quickly deed them to a division? Costs about $12. Have an assignment of equity. That means at the end of the day, they try to sue you. They get diddly squat. Why not? But like I said, I like irrevocable trust. Why don't you look it up? But do what you want to. All right? Step number 19. Ultimate goal. All right? Or you basically fix up a house. Please don't use your money. And don't play peekaboo and play mess with the IRS. People all the time, I don't want to pay tax. Oh, stop it. The IRS is simple. IRS says corporations don't pay tax, so they make a profit. So the goal is not to play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You go to irs.gov if you need to. You download a form called 656 433 A and B. Then you get all that free money, and you get your butt back in the system starting today. By the way, that's got step number 20. Next, what we get to do is when you fix up that property, I don't want you to use your money. I want to teach you how to set up the divisions and save up to 70%. I don't want you to have to pay a bill for 30, 60, 90 days anyway. I want the escrow to pay off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. My problem with this is most men get money and they piss it away. Then they're broke the next day. From now on, you're going to learn Ray's rules, leveraging money. Borrow money is not taxable. And you're going to set up the line of defense. Ultimate goal, that's step number 21 called blackjack. We get to play. Now, this is my building just before my coma. It was in Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot. The Reynolds University. Other locations around the globe, too. The bank being there almost every day going, Banks love to kiss your ass when you got money. When you don't have a pot, you know what? They don't know your name. It's about time you learn Ray's secrets. The banks borrow up to times 10 from the feds and loan back 5 to you. Leveraging the money. Ray's rules. Can you imagine if you paid attention, you would have had up to $3 million in borrowed money into the corporate structure. That means you can go buy McDonald's for $2 million with free money. But again, you didn't pay attention, did you? You see, your corporation should be a management company. That's what I teach at the setup class, line of defense. The divisions become the dogs. So just like I've taught rich and famous people, grocery stores and banks too, for 43 years, right down the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save the piece. What am I going to do if I had to bankrupt the piece? But I keep all the pieces that are good, and I never bring the pain home like you brought the pain home to you and your family. From now on, learn to play so you don't do that ever again. You see, I want you to learn to master divisions and tax IDs. Step 22. Now ask yourself a question today. What are you willing to lose? Have you brought the pain home? That sucks. Can they pierce the corporate veil? Yes. The divisions are cheap. I want world peace. I want nothing to go wrong too. Got no intent to do fraud, but if I had to screw up a division or it got screwed up, you know what I'm going to do? Go get another one too. Hey, rich and famous people do it. Banks do in grocery stores too. We play a game. We know we have to lose a piece or two, but the winners always get checkmate. You want to get your checkmate? Let me know. Ultimate goal, you got to get those secrets starting today. That's step 23. Ultimate goal, a Lamborghini, ability to say the Reynolds University. Reach the dream, think and be the impossible. Using Ray's rules, and I make millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? All right, but that's kind of fun if you want to play. I want to do all the work for you too. Now, the boot camp's coming up in person or it's Zoom. Depends if you want to come to California, if you're not there already, or you Zoom. 24th, 25th. I want to build you up to $1 million of cash credit and give you all kinds of goodies too. But that's up to you. How the 14th Amendment turned corporations into people. The United States of America Incorporated have their 50 states. The states have their cities, and they have their line of defense, but not you? I don't understand. Why are you basically past due in your line of defense for you? Ultimate goal, why don't we start winning the battle? Start learning the race secrets starting today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. Never have joint credit. That makes no sense. You buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust, raise rules. Corporation should have $1 million of credit. Why? Because you get to write it off anyway. It's like free damn money. You just have to maintain a little payment or two. And don't forget the divisions for every piece of property, franchise, current business. Master in the line of defense, raise rules and tools. You could play the game and never bring the pain home again too. But again, you're going to have to pay attention and follow through. Step number 24. Now, here's your last and final chance to get discounts and play with me. Okay, if not, you'll be calling the office and they'll do the best they can for you too. They make a commission. So use Zell before I'm done talking. Rebuilding program. Credit rebuilding is do-it-yourself book, class, or we do the work for you. The office usually is $9.98. I give you half price. I tell you to go into a class on Saturday at 1 o'clock too. Educationalization, average case is 90 days. Never pass 180 unless you mess up on you. You get a $1,000 Visa cash card. Reimburse yourself, and here's times 2. I've always given you anywhere from 2 to 10 times money back to you, whatever you invest in yourself. So that way it takes away excuses, and it's always guaranteed. During the webinar, it's $4.99. All right, and you're guaranteed the 750 score. It's Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. That's all you got to do. Starter package for millionaire, rebuild the credit, rapid score, CFO, articles, also tax ID, set up in level 1 for 30 days. $10,000 of cash credit back to you. This is all yours anyway. The office charges $2,000. On a webinar, I give you half price of $9.99 and 10 times money back to you. If you say you want $25,000 of credit, then it's the millionaires in the making. And $25,000, normally the office is $5,000. My discount of half is $2,499. $25,000 of cash credit back to you is 10 times more money back to you in your pocket too. No more excuses. It's called Zelle Bank Transfer Deposit. Today, we got to stay safe and strong. We got to do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So the ultimate goal at the end of the day, getting the next step and next level, is number 25. All right, learning the secrets and basically use Zelle Bank Transfer Deposit. Now, if you got to call the office at 800-510-3338, do it right away. 800-510-3338. Remember, if you do nothing today, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. Let's do our best while God does the rest, and never, never forget, God loves us all.